All right, thank you so much for requesting our ultimate online marketing checklist for plumbing, HVAC, and home service contractors. How to triple your sales over the next 12 months by getting your internet marketing right. My name is Josh Nelson. I'm super excited to walk through this with you. I'm the author of the book, How to Triple Your Sales by Getting Your Internet Marketing Right. More importantly, I've had the opportunity to work with hundreds of plumbing, HVAC, home service contractors across the country and help them go from virtual obscurity online to the place where they're now the dominant players in their market, many of them increasing their sales by over $1 million per year. And what I've done is taken the key ideas, the key strategies, the key things you want to do with your online marketing and condensed it into this really simple checklist that you're going to be able to look at your online marketing with and hopefully get things dialed in. You know, what I find is I talk with plumbing, HVAC, home service contractors across the country, a lot of them are dealing with tech or provider overwhelm, right? There's just so many agencies, so many trainings, so much information coming at us on how to get our website right, do better SEO, do better pay-per-click, follow up with our leads quicker, right? We wind up a little bit overwhelmed, and when we're overwhelmed, we either, don't do anything or we just stay where we're at. We stay with the provider we're with the strategy that we have in place currently. We also find a lot of times, we're just not generating enough lead flow to keep the trucks running or to be able to add that second, third truck, that second, third technician to continue to make more money in the business, to continue to have a bigger impact in the local community around us. We're just not generating enough leads. And then third is we wind up overspending, right? Because we want to generate the results, we wind up spending a lot with different agencies and different providers. We spend a lot on SEO or pay-per-click or social media or content without getting the results, without getting the return on investment that we're after. And if that's you, I'm really excited because this checklist is really going to help you figure out what you can do to get over those struggles and really get the growth that you're after. This is part of our accelerated growth model. We've spent a lot of time kind of refining what are the key things you have to do in order to triple your sales, regardless of where you're at now. If you're at $500,000 or $10 million, there's very specific things you can do to triple your sales over the next 12 months. And it really boils down to driving leads on a consistent basis, maximizing the conversion of those leads and those visitors into callers, into booked jobs, and then really optimizing the results, really optimizing the return on investment, the average cost per lead, and the spend. And this is what we call our accelerated growth model. And this checklist kind of looks at this for you to help you identify what area could be preventing you from getting the results and the outcome that you're after. And so this checklist, which you're going to have in your inbox here any minute, really is just walking you through what you want to look at and think about with your website to make sure it's converting the way that it should, what you should be looking at from your on-page SEO to make sure you're coming up organically in the non-paid results as well as you can, how to optimize your Google map listing and kind of move yourself up in the place where most of your customers are looking. The different paid online marketing strategies and techniques you might want to be tapping into, whether it's Google ads, Angie, or local service ads, right? How to do better with your social media, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, everything in between. Whether you're properly leveraging automation to follow up with leads quickly enough and to communicate with them on the channels that are going to have the biggest impact, and ultimately the tracking, right? No marketing strategy, no marketing initiative is effective without having the right tracking in place, where you can really see how much do we spend, what's our average cost per lead, and what's our projected or what's our actual return on investment, so we can double down on the areas that are getting the best results. So go through this checklist. Let me know what you think. Follow up with me and let me know what questions you have so we can fill in some gaps for you. And really what I'd like to do is offer you a next step. I find most plumbing, HVAC, home service companies, we want to get this information. We want to know what's going on, but we're so busy doing our business, right? Running the operation that we don't really have time to follow up, to implement, and to get the outcomes that we're really after. And so what I want to encourage you to do is let's schedule what we call a lead flow acceleration session. This is completely free. We're going to do 3 things on this session. Number 1 is get clear on what's holding you back. We'll look at this checklist with you. We'll look at your business through the guise of the accelerated growth model, looking at the website and how well it converts, looking at where you're ranking organically and organic in maps, looking at your paid strategies, looking at the spend and whether you've got enough spend in place in order to really hit the outcomes that you're after. So you'll get really clear as we do that audit with what's missing, like where are the gaps. From there, we'll make a very crystal clear plan on what you can do to triple your sales. We'll show you exactly what you need to change on the website, with the SEO, with the paid search strategy, with your spend, with your follow-up with your existing lead base, that whether you do it with us or not, you'll be very clear, okay, these are the things we can implement to absolutely triple our sales. Again, regardless of where we're at in the business right now. And then number 3, if it makes sense, we'll decide if our services, our program is a good fit for you, right? If it makes sense, you're like, you know what, this sounds great. These guys seem to know what they're doing and they have a great model. We'll talk to you about what our program looks like, what we can actually do for you to execute this plan for you, what your expectations would be, and of course, how much you need to invest, right? And how much you'd be spending with us to help take this ball across the finish line for you. So that's what I want you to do now. Go ahead and click the button below if you're interested in scheduling your lead flow acceleration session. This is absolutely no pressure, no obligation. All I ask is, you have to be a legitimate plumbing HVAC company or home service company, electrical, that is at least 3 trucks. Let's say like $500,000 per year in revenue. That's kind of where our services make financial sense and we do our best work, at least at that level. You have to be committed to growth, right? This can't be something like, oh, I'll meet with you and we'll kind of look at this stuff. Like, you have to be committed to double, triple, 5x your growth in your business. And then number 3, you have to be willing to invest in that growth. So if you meet those 3 criteria and this sounds like a great opportunity, click the button below, schedule your lead flow acceleration session, and I look forward to connecting with you really soon. Thanks so much.